Hello, Washington chiropractors. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my work with the WSCA. Every now and then, we receive feedback from the public or other professions about their impressions of chiropractic. By and large, that feedback is positive. The life-changing work you do does get noticed. Fielding that praise is one of the best parts of my job, and I always share those sentiments with the DCs who inspired them. But an even better part for me is when we receive constructive feedback. Not because I want to hear what you can be doing better, but because of how eager our members are to hear it and implement it. It's really heartening to see how many of you are so committed to constantly improving your practices. This last week, I received 2 items of constructive feedback that I think the entire profession will be well served to hear, because they both go towards the rules regulating chiropractic for the safety of patients and the public. The first deals with advertising. When you advertise your practice, there's nothing wrong with promoting the benefits and documented efficacy of chiropractic. That's a message more people need to hear. And if it drives them into your clinic, then all the better. But it is important to remember there are a few guardrails the state puts in place around what you say in your advertising. Whether it's social media, a print ad, or your website, you need to present both your practice and chiropractic in general in a way that makes no promises of results or cures, accurately differentiates chiropractic from other professions, and makes no claims of professional superiority, be that superiority over another chiropractor or another profession. WAC 246-808-600 specifies these points, among others, as requisite elements of acceptable advertising. Moreover, Section 520 requires that you present your practice in a dignified manner that avoids sensationalism. So by all means, promote chiropractic. Share your knowledge and the wealth of information about its efficacy. But be sure that your advertising doesn't drag down other DCs or disciplines in the process. You can talk about how patients have found relief through your care, but not how other providers failed them. That Section 625 establishes the same limitations on patient testimonials and goes further in prohibiting you or the patient from naming a specific diagnosis in their testimonial. The second piece of feedback I received also concerns differentiating chiropractic from other disciplines. You already know that you have to make clear to patients and the public that you're a chiropractic physician. That's easy enough. I've never met a chiropractor who wasn't eager to make that distinction. But what some may not know is that extends to your auxiliary staff as well. Your CAs, athletic trainers, and other non-licensed staff work as an extension of you. Therefore, it's important that patients not be given the impression that these staff are providers themselves. 99% of the time, any confusion can be chalked up to simply forgetting to specify what a particular staff member's role is. Nevertheless, the onus is on the DC to ensure their patients know who is providing a given service, what that individual's qualifications are. You wouldn't want patients getting manipulated at a PT's office and thinking that they just went to a chiropractor. By the same token, you don't want them doing rehab at your office and thinking that they've just been to a PT. Respecting and clarifying those distinctions is all part of presenting chiropractic in a dignified manner. By following these guidelines, your patients will be better informed, better equipped, and to comply with your treatment plans, and better prepared to advocate for the care you provide. Your patients will thank you, and you'll keep yourself out of any regulatory hot water. Now, I don't think either of these issues is a widespread problem in the profession, but in the interest of being the best chiropractor that you can, I wanted to share these points with you and remind you to periodically check your advertising to make sure it's painting the right picture of the profession. These kinds of reminders are another example of how the WSCA is helping chiropractors help patients.